Okay, so now that you've got your formula built, in this example we were using house washing, now we're going to go ahead and add the measurement tools. Now there's two different measurement tools. You've got the measure map, which is most common for things like measuring a house or driveway or sidewalk. And then you've also got the photo measure tool. And I'm going to first cover the measure map tool, and then we'll briefly touch on the photo measurement tool as well. The photo measurement tool is very useful for things like decks, patios, things that you can capture in a full photo and get a couple different angles of. So let's dive into this. Let's go back to our formula editor that we are working on. And let's head back over to formulas. And we were working on this house wash formula here. So in order to turn on the measurement tool, it's going to be under media and settings. And you're going to scroll down to where it says Smart Features, and you're going to see Measure Map. Now, you can click this, and there'll be a dedicated video to each of these options, so you can learn more about it. But in this case, let's toggle on Measure Map. And here you've got the option for Detect Building or Auto Detect. You can turn those on, and you do need to turn those on inside the settings as well. But let's go ahead and say we'll leave Detect Building on for right now. And we're going to simply click Save. Now at this point, the measure map is turned on, and I will quickly go to the logic page to enable some of these settings here for the measure map. You're going to see the measure map section here. We're going to want to make sure that building detect is on. You can also add your own custom support help video here to explain to your customers how to use the measure map tool. But in this case, let's go ahead and test it out. So I'll go to the call screen, and let's select house washing service. And here you'll see the measure map. So this is very useful if a customer doesn't know the measurements of their property. So let's go in, and I'm just going to enter a random address here and see if we can find a house. Okay. I'll start off doing the auto detect. Sometimes it's not able to detect a building. So in this case, it was not able to auto detect based on what's available in the database. So we will go ahead and simply measure this out. And there we've got our measurement of 1500 or 1152. And it's going to pre-fill into the square footage section. Now let's go ahead and fill out the rest of the form. In this case, I will enter the lead info so that you can see how the measure map gets saved. We'll submit a quote request. I just put in some random test info for the lead info. Okay, and there you've got a price. Everything after that works as normal. And now here's where we have a few updates, a couple cool things with the measurement. So we go to the customers page, and you will see that test lead that I filled out. We'll open it up, and we can scroll down. And it actually looks like that hasn't been updated just yet. But let's go to the measurement page, and you will see that saved measurement from that customer. So this is very nice for when customers use your measure map form. If you want to go and check their measurements, you can do that. And you can also edit it, so you can adjust it as necessary. You can also add other measurements here. So if we also wanted to measure the fence, let's say, let's go ahead and select fence. And then we'll just draw the fence line. And now you'll see we've got the length of our fence there as well. Okay. 309 feet. And you can measure the sidewalk, you can measure the pool deck, literally everything you want to measure, you can measure it here within the measure map tool. So that's how to turn on the measure map and use it. Then you've also got the AI measure tool. Now, I think I'll make a dedicated video to that, and there are actually numerous videos on that. So if you go to the formulas page we were on earlier, and you open it up, you've got this video, this dedicated video showing how to set this up. Basically, what you're going to do is turn it on. You're going to describe the object. So in this case, it would be house, but I don't recommend using the photo measure tool for houses. I recommend using it for patios, decks, things that you could capture in a full image. You're going to describe the object, give the customer instructions, tell it what you're trying to measure, whether it's square feet or linear feet, or width, height, or perimeter. Perimeter would be useful for things like a fence, something like that. And in that case, in this particular case, I'll leave it off for house washing, but the concept's pretty straightforward. And the way it will work is a customer takes a few photos, it gives them an estimated measurement, and then it'll save those photos to the customer's profile so that you can reference them later. It's very convenient to have that. So that's how to set up the measurement tool.